Have you on the wrist, baby?
Florida boy. Hey, there we go. There we go. So we up and we up and running right now. So welcome to Have You on the Wrist podcast. I'm your host, Frank Rizzo, and you know that's Queen V.
Queen V.
WCW podcast in the building, and we got all the way from California. We got JForte in the building today, y'all. How you doing?
Welcome to the podcast.
Yay.
I think he's frozen.
Get out of here.
There he is. Okay.
There he is.
Oh, it's that West Coast delay.
All the way from the West Coast, man. A little 3 hour
Now
delay.
they on a different time zone, different frequency, everything.
You got that bandwidth though. So tell the people where you from, bro, and a little about what you do.
Yeah, I had to restart that because my connection just turned off. Apologies on that.
Perfect. We are up and running. Can't nothing stop this interview with Heavy on the Wrist.
Nah, it's going down. No, we've been waiting too long for this interview. I want to hear it.
Let's go.
So, like I was saying, man, JForte, man, tell the people what you do, what you about.
Man, I mean, I feel like I'm an onion, dude. And I got plenty of layers on me. I'm an author. I've written 3 books, 2 of them in Barnes & Nobles. My 3rd book, Make It Happen, is actually off of my hit single, Make It Happen, which went #1 on Apple Tunes in like 20 different countries, hit top 10.
International.
Teaser, title, you name it. And outside of, writing, books, I write music. I write 100% of lyrics that I make. And in 2020, right after my aunt passed, I was telling you, Vita really inspired me to start living my life. So every week up until this week, I've made a song, 60 plus weeks. I've made a song back to back to back, put out 5 albums, over 60 songs, went from 0 to over 10 million streams, and just use this whiteboard in the back to just, plan out and structure, what my days look like, how my music gonna be. I mean, I'm in the studio right now if I showed you guys what's going on, but no, man, I make music. I'm an up-and-coming astronaut. I'll be the first hip-hop artist to go to space. I'm getting ready for my first lunar mission. You know what I'm saying? And a lot more, man.
Big goals.
Yeah, big goals. So, just putting it all on my plate and just knowing that, God's going to take care of it. I just got to keep plugging away, doing my best. You know what I'm saying? And I'm really grateful to be with you, Vita and Frank, and, to take some time. It's already like 8:30 out there, but y'all was like, no, let's get JForte in. He from our hood, he from Florida too. We know he on the West Coast, but he's still a champ. You know what I'm saying? So,
yes, you are. Speaking of champs, how did you feel when you saw the Buccaneers win the Super Bowl?
Do you know that I grew up in the Buccaneers were my favorite team because I was from Tampa? Like when Warren Sapp back in the day was on the Bucs and we played in the championship, you know what I'm saying? And we lost with that field goal. Like I was heated. I was 7, 8, 9 years old. Like damn, you know what I'm saying? So to bring that win back to Tampa, to have, the GOAT come, all the way out there, from the Patriots.
You're welcome.
And they come to a totally different atmosphere. I know they put some gold teeth in that boy. That boy listening to that real music now. He on the East Coast. And then to bring Antonio Brown back, I mean, that was powerful. I was super heated about what happened with him. On the Patriots and how coach was acting real iffy. Because I'm a former Division I athlete. I played semi-pro football. I played football for 17 years. You know what I'm saying? Like, so football was huge to me. Like that was my life. That's what got me out of a lot of different things in my life, whether it was mental, physical, helped me get a full ride scholarship in college, helped me travel to different countries, helped me travel around the world. So I got a lot of love for football, and to see Tampa rise to the occasion, you know what I'm saying, and put that money in the back pocket.
Time.
Yeah,
I mean, they actually broke a record too because they were the first Super Bowl team to host Super Bowl in the city.
Yeah, win the Super Bowl.
we're gonna bring you home and we're gonna whoop your ass. That's what we did. we're gonna bring. Hey, listen, come over here to the backwoods real quick. We're gonna handle you real quick. That's what's up. Yeah.
What inspired you to start writing books?
Man, so you guys ever heard of a guy named E.T. the Hip Hop Preacher?
Sounds familiar.
E.T. the Hip Hop Preacher.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, when I was in college, I watched a lot of his videos, man. After I got kicked off, I ran for president of the school. I was a Division I athlete. I had my own company, and I was just doing a lot. And the coaches, they weren't too happy about me doing all these different things. And so I got let go from the football team. I was super depressed because that was my whole life, right? And I remember watching E.T.'s videos, and they really inspired me.
Yeah.
And so when I graduated, you know what I'm saying, and I had like a 3.3 GPA, and I had traveled to 5 different countries and all these different things. I just thanked E because he was in the back of my head, you know what I'm saying, inspiring me with his words of wisdom and things of that nature. And so I said to him one day, I said on Instagram, I was like, we don't know each other, but soon we'll meet, and one day I'll work with you. And lo and behold, 2 years later, you know what I'm saying, I became his apprentice. And so I worked under his arm. I lived out there in Michigan. I was a mentor to the youth, inside of his city. And there was a moment where
definitely a Midwest thing.
Yeah. So I low-key kind of forgot the question, but Eric Thomas really inspired me because he was a black man. And so when I saw that he wrote a book, I was like, I'm a black man too. I know it's possible for me. So, once I finished that, apprenticeship, I traveled, to West Africa. I worked in a few different schools, came back to the States. I wrote 3 pages every day for close to 4 or 5 months. I had close to 150, 180 pages of content of my whole journey. And I just turned it into my first book, Fail Forward Through Success, which is an intentional living book that sells right next to Tony Robbins, right next to them, the big names and stuff. They don't know my name yet, but they will. Very soon. Yeah, it's already done. Time hasn't caught up yet.
Right, exactly. You already laid the foundation down, brother.
Now you mentioned 2 books. There was 2 books before this. The recent book that you're working on now. What were the 2 names or the titles of the books in case we want to go to Barnes and Nobles and purchase them?
I just might.
Right. So my first book that I just mentioned is called Fail Forward Through Success, the Young and Hungry edition. That's the first book that I wrote back in 2015. My second book is called Redemption, Road Less Traveled, and that's a follow-up episode 2 of Fail Forward. And this newest book that I just wrote, in 2020, is called Make It Happen, and it's Make It Happen for the Hood. So that book is about music. It's about how I went from 0 to over 10 million, and how I just, took this music thing to the next level, started, my own label, signed myself to my own label, you know what I'm saying? Just started marketing myself and putting it all out there.
What's the name of the label?
Young Revolutionary Minds.
That's dope.
Young Revolutionary Minds, right?
Yes, Young Revolutionary Minds.
Hey, Rizzo got something.
So you mentioned your music. What are you working on now as far as music got going on?
Oh man, listen, let me show you something real quick. So I got the MIDI right there. I got the mic. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. If you look right here, I got bundles and bundles. It's like this is all just genius level, just right. I just be killing it.
Fuego, fire.
So I just bought 12 different beats, 100% ownership to them. A few of them are rock, a few of them are lo-fi.
Okay. Who are some of the producers you work with?
Man, so I work with Dab, who's Kalani's producer. I've worked with, he's also a Lucky Days producer. He worked with, he's worked with everybody. I was just talking to him earlier because I train him too. Working with Tanila Moore. She's a big on the EDM. I worked with my boy Chaz and then a few guys from Warner on the side. But what inspired me from them was doing it on my own. Because at the end of the day, I love that that I can work with them. But now I'm at a point now where it's yo, I'm paying all these people $300, $400, $500 for production time, why not invest that $300, $400, $500 into my own, you know, studio equipment? You know what I'm saying? Learn it, because I'm a software developer. I'm an engineer. I'll pick this shit up quick. You know what I'm saying? I already made 6 songs. I got my studio equipment like 7, 8 days ago.
Hold
you know
on,
what I'm saying?
did you just say you was an engineer and a software developer?
Yeah, I'm a full stack developer.
So when did you pick that up?
Man, right after I was homeless on the streets of New York. I don't know if you guys saw my post, but in 2016, after my trip to India, you know, I was inspired to move to New York. And I went to New York with $73 in my pocket. I took a Greyhound from Atlanta, Georgia, to New York, and I slept in the park the first 3 days. Wow. And then, you know, I found a way to kind of just like get some money together, you know what I'm saying, rapping on the streets. I bought a boombox and a mic. I started performing in the subways, you know, so I started leveling up. And then I started finding out, you know, where, you know, they were performing, you know, in Spanish Harlem, you know, in Times Square, you know, off 125th and Columbia. So I started making $20, $30, $50. But meanwhile, I had a master's degree. I had already written my first book, Here I Am on the Streets. And it sharpened my skills for hip hop. It made me realize, like, at rock bottom, I knew what I wanted to do. But while I was doing this hip hop thing, I was applying for these tech positions that I had no experience with. And it really bugged me because these dudes were making a lot of money and I couldn't make it because I didn't have the background. So after, you know, 4 or 5 months living in New York, struggling, hustling, you know, not hustling, selling drugs and stuff, but like, you know, hustling with the music and things of that nature.
Real life hustling.
real life hustling. You know what I'm saying? I took an 86-hour Greyhound back to Phoenix, Arizona. I moved in with my grandma. Shout out to grandma for holding it down. And I got 2 part-time jobs at FedEx and Apple. I wrote my second book, and then I went to tech school as a full-stack developer. I did a full-stack boot camp where you learn software development, engineering, and after that camp, in 2.5 months, I scored my first tech job as an application analyst. Fast forward from 2017 to 2021, you know what I'm saying? Outside of my music, I'm a senior UX designer. I'm the lead architect for one of the top 4 banks in the world, and I'm building out their entire site for Latin America. So it's like I had to invest that money and that time in myself to start small so I could do big things. So that's where I'm at right now.
That's dope,
awesome.
What
would you describe your sound? What would you describe your sound of music? Like, what genre would you put it in?
Yeah, so it's funny that you mentioned that because my song that went #1, "Make It Happen," is like MC boom bap 90s, but like Cole, Kendrick, and a lot of people gravitate toward that. But after making 60+ songs and in a year, like I made J-pop songs, which is like Japanese pop, you know, reggaeton. I've done some like Afro beats, you know what I'm saying? Some really dope music, some lo-fi beats, and now I'm like singing. You know, I just got this new Antares for the auto-tune. I'm out here like a T-Pain, like messing around with the sounds and stuff. You know what I'm saying? So as an artist, as a true artist, I think it's really important not to just put yourself in one box. Like, don't get me wrong. Like, I'm gonna go to Tampa with my cousins Dede and Tutu. You know what I'm saying? And we're gonna get it twisted for a minute. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna have some fun. But at the same time, me being around the world, seeing the world for what it is, like I'm open to trying new sounds and just seeing like where the flow is. So I'm definitely hip hop. I'm definitely, you know what I'm saying, like I'm an MC before everything. But I know how to change my voice and to do different things and make it
cool. Around.
Who would you like to work with out there? Like, who would you like to really work with as far as like making music?
Yeah, so I'm gonna answer that. I'm gonna answer one other thing too. This is just heavy on the wrist. I haven't told anybody yet, but right now I'm working with Bow Wow, and we have a new song coming out.
My hometown.
So you from Ohio?
Yes, sir.
Okay. I see.
Buckeyes.
Yeah. Yeah, because he was repping that Cleveland jersey on that Versus, right?
Yeah, he was.
Yeah. So,
shout out to Bow Wow.
Shout out Bow Wow. You heard it on Heavy on the Wrist first.
Yeah, so if you guys check my IG out, we did an IG live, a couple weeks ago and stuff like that, and really just started to connect. And I showed him my whiteboard and my vision board, and he just paused the whole thing. He goes, "Jesse, stop right now. Put this fucking whiteboard on so people can see this. There's thousands of people watching." He's like, "Look at this. Y'all see this? Like, he's really out here writing this stuff down. Like, you know what I'm saying?" And we talked about manifestation and really going after it and not just thinking it and believing it, but like knowing it and then doing the back work to make it happen.
Right.
And so yeah, we got a banger coming out very, very soon. So y'all stay tuned, man. Like I'm grateful. I told him, I said, bro, yo, when I was 10 or 11 years old, I did a talent show and we did Basketball, the song. You know what I'm saying? Like, I was like, as a kid, bro, like, I just wanted to be you, bro. And now, like, this is just confirmation. Like, we're having this conversation. Now we making music together? What?
Yeah.
Like, this is some wild shit. You know
he's all grown up now. I think he took the little off of Bow Wow, so he's just Bow Wow now.
Oh, yeah. I don't ever call him little. He big bro to me. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's got some years on me. So it's all love. It's all respect. And I'm just very grateful that I'm in a place now where I get to connect with the legends that paved the way for me. Like Immortal Technique just followed me on Instagram. Like, for me, that's huge. Like, that's Immortal is as far as MCs when it comes to policy and sharing the truth and like being a voice for the people. Like, Immortal's fucking his shit is wild. And I'm like, I must be doing something right if Immortal Technique just followed me on Instagram. And he only follows a couple hundred people, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Yeah.
So, that's dope. Shout out to Immortal Technique.
Definitely doing something right.
I've actually been to a live Immortal Technique show, and that shit was fucking bananas, yo. Like,
yo, Immortal is so, his shit is just like he literally be giving like history classes in his music.
Right.
Like, it's fucking insane. And I'm just like, I've been listening to his stuff since like 2012, like while I'm in college. Like, he had me questioning like policy, education, reforms, slavery, different countries and policy and responsibilities for legislation. I'm like, fuck that. We just need to start an Immortal class. You know what I'm saying? Like, he just really out here for the people.
Get the immortal minds together.
Yeah,
right,
very
and the
conscious,
young
very
revolutionary
conscious.
minds. And the young revolutionary minds. So yeah, so like, like when I think about it, he inspired me in a lot of different ways. A lot of different artists did. So yeah.
That's dope. So
any acting career, any acting moves do you see in your future?
Oh yeah. I'll talk to you guys about a show that I just did. That'll be on Hulu. It's called Baker's Dozen, and that show will be out in the fall. The two judges for the show are Bill Yasses, who was Barack Obama's presidential chef for 8 years and his family's cook at the White House, and then Tamara from Tia and Tamara. So it's a really big show. It's me and 12 other of the best pastry chefs in the country going head to head. So y'all stay tuned. It's on Hulu.
Sounds delicious.
hold on, wait a minute. Now you're a pastry chef?
Listen, JForte.
I can't believe this.
JForte does it all. JForte does it all, bro.
Mini hat.
I'm gonna bring the cupcakes up to space. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna rap on the spaceship, whatever. I'm like, I'm thinking
everybody. We're gonna have to do a Zoom on that.
Listen,
a playlist, right? A JForte space playlist.
When do you take off to outer space, bro? Because this is crazy. Like, that'll just.
Yes. So I have my first lunar training mission within the next 6 months. How it works is basically you train. You do your internships, and then you send your resume out to NASA, SpaceX, Blue Origin, Virgin Galactic, and you get picked up. And so with my background in technology, leadership, business, and then just, me being me, my athletic ability, my charm, all that good stuff, I'm gonna get picked. They're gonna pick me. And
I heard the training's very intense.
Right. No, and I hope it is, because you want to bring the best of the best up there. You know, my father was a Marine. He's from Tampa. You know what I'm saying? I got that Marine mentality, that DNA. You know what I'm saying? I got family members who are Navy SEALs. And mind you, you know what I'm saying, I don't ever, you know, discredit myself. You know, I've written 3 books. I've traveled to 17 different countries, lived in 12. I've gone from, you know, not knowing tech to being a senior UX developer for one of the top 4 banks in the world. And I'm making my dreams happen. There's nothing that I can't do. And I know that it's already done. Time hasn't caught up, because this is one of the visions that I see for myself. So,
are you signing artists for your label?
You know what? Not yet. I'm really focused on me. My whole thing is bringing people as far as I can go. You know what I'm saying? And so one of the biggest things is I'm testing myself out. Because, you know, people are reaching out to me.
If they're on your label, they're going to the moon, baby.
See what I'm saying?
Be the first rapper on the moon, man. That'll be dope.
Yeah. I'm gonna have a verses on the moon. You know.
Awesome.
I'm like, y'all got that Wi-Fi though? Yeah. I'm gonna battle you from a different planet, homie. We ain't from the same place. What's good?
Now, did you get a glimpse of the BET Awards? And if so, what was your favorite performance?
Okay, so let me keep it real with y'all. I didn't watch the BET Awards.
I ain't mad at you. I ain't watch it either, bro, to be honest.
Me neither.
Yeah, like and it's not even that like I have anything against the BET Awards. I used to love watching the BET Awards. In fact, one of my favorite BET Awards was back when I was in Florida with my cousins, and we was all at my grandma's house, and it was when that one song come out. It's like, baby, you got what I need, but you say I'm
Biz
just
Markie.
Yeah.
and you say I'm just not Biz Markie. It was an update. It was the updated one.
Oh,
the remix with
the remix.
Oh, remix.
The remix.
Okay.
Yeah. So I want to know your name, girl. I want to know what's it all about.
Oh, the singer, not Omarion. Who
Yeah.
did that?
You know who I'm talking about, though.
Yeah, one of those young, like Omarion.
Yeah. I just remember that song. We was all
Mario.
Yeah.
Mario.
Yeah. It was one of those Ario Omarion, you know, those Mario. Yeah. So I just remember we had a big crab boil. We had all the cousins over. We was watching the BET Awards, and it just don't feel like it's the same anymore. You know what I'm saying? Like, I went to
It's
the BET
definitely been
Awards.
infiltrated.
Oh yeah, now that the network was bought out by them, or not they or something like that, whatever. It just doesn't feel the same, and I got my music that I get to make. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not worried. No disrespect, I'm not worried about big networks. I understand who I am as an artist, and I get to, you know, infiltrate the people and the fans that, you know, enjoy and appreciate my work. So yeah, but nah, that's it. I'm gonna keep it.
That's it.
Yeah.
We don't say too much we don't speak on BET too much.
Nah, shout out to BET. I love BET.
Shout out BET.
Yeah, if y'all listening, it's JForte, the Prince of Hip Hop. I love y'all.
He's trying to get to the red carpet.
Yeah, officially. Nah, I just was watching the game yesterday, or I would have tuned in usually, but yeah.
Well, if people want to listen to you or find you, or like, what are your social media platforms? How can they look you up and even support you going to the moon? Because you would definitely be one of the first hip hop producer, actor, author on the moon.
Right. Yeah. So, I mean, there's a few things that I want to share with people. I didn't talk about, you know, the product that I started. It's called Flawless Forte, and I created a naturopathic, anti-carcinogenic, charcoal activated toothpaste and a biodegradable toothbrush that was featured on Entrepreneur Magazine.
Oh.
And that's my bread and butter. That's my product that I'll be selling at festivals, at concerts, and markets and things of that nature. I just like to do things different. You know, everyone's gonna sell merch and T-shirts. You will get your teeth clean when you come to my concert. You know what I'm saying? Cheese. But so outside of that, Young Revolutionary Minds is a tech brand consulting company, and we have an application where people can create a profile just like, Instagram or Facebook. You know what I'm saying? So if you guys get a chance, go ahead and, add yourself, Vita, Frank. Like, just go make a profile on youngrevolutionaryminds.com.
Absolutely.
And social media is the.JForte. My music is just JForte, and there's no spaces. It's all together. JForte. So that's me.
So much going on. When do you sleep?
I sleep really well. Like, I be getting my 8-10 hours in. Like this morning I woke up at like 9 o'clock. I was feeling great. This weekend I slept until like 10:30. My girl was like, "Yo, why are you sleeping so late? You never like this." I'm like, "Cause I got that interview. You know what I'm saying? Heavy on the wrist. I gotta get my hours in."
Oh yeah.
That's dope, man.
But when I'm up though, I'm like a lion. You know what I'm saying? I get it done. You know what I'm saying? So
shout out to the lioness in your life. She keeps you going too, I'm sure.
She really does. Yes, she really does. We're a good team. We're a great team. We definitely we help each other elevate. And so like on my vision board, I put on like, for relationships, happy relationships, sexy relationship, and I feel like she's crossing off all these different things in my life. So I'm very grateful for her.
Absolutely.
Yeah, you got a strong queen.
Any other shout outs? Was that what you was about to say, Rizzo?
I got some shout outs. Yeah. Shout out to my girl Udoka. Shout out to my big bro Bow Wow. Shout out to my previous producers Tennille, Chaz, my boy Dab. Shout out to my Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. Shout out to my girl Vita, my boy Frank. Shout out to my people in St. Pete. Hey, wait, R.I.P. Auntie Pete, R.I.P. Auntie Twilena. Shout out to my Uncle Jeff, my auntie, the whole family, Grandma Teresa, Grandpa Charles, cousin Noah, Chubby, all my East Coast family. Thank you guys. You guys tuned in. Appreciate you guys, and let's keep it popping.
Go ahead, Rizzo.
JForte, man, thanks for coming on the podcast, man. It's been much love, man. It's been a blessing, to have you on here and just, build with you. And you got so much going on, so much positive energy, and I know you're gonna make it to the moon, bro, for real.
Hey,
I'm
it's
gonna be
already
there at the
done.
launch.
Time hasn't caught up yet. Let's go.
Yeah. We definitely want some signed copies of those books. So we'll make the purchase. We'll send them to you so you can sign them. Just send them back.
I got you. Thank you guys so much.
All right, bet. Thanks for coming out and have you on the wrist, man. And we out.
Have you on the wrist, baby.
That's been another dope Heavy on the Wrist interview.
Yes, it is. There you got it. JForte. He's out here. But we're going to get going. My phone's on low juice. And tonight we're going to be at the Palace with DJ Cocky, 5226 South OBT Orlando. Thursday, we're going to be at with the homie Marty Price out in Orlando. We got a show coming out there. Friday, we're going to be at the Essence Hookah Lounge out in Sanford with DJ Cocky again. DJ Snow, we're going to be at the Mardi Gras on Saturday as well. And Saturday, we got Dreams Nightclub and Lounge. That's going to be in Castleberry. We got the female John Gotti hosting that one. So look out for us. We out here heavy in the streets, heavy on the wrist. We doing it. WCW Podcast. You got anything left to say, Queen V?
That's it. You got nailed it all. We everywhere you ain't.
There you go. And stay tuned. We got a lot more going up. We got more interviews coming up from Hot Kitty Cat. We got the main smacker coming on. And Mike Jones is coming to town. Stay tuned for that. That's going to be real big and heavy. So with that being said, we out.
Have you on the wrist, baby.